the Heather Church case is one of the most interesting cases when it comes to fingerprint analysis. Now, back then they had the technology to analyze fingerprints, but they were not able to connect all the fingerprint databases in the United States together, and they didn't have everybody on that database, so it was impossible to know everybody's fingerprints. So, the thing about fingerprints is perfect because everybody has unique prints.
So it's a pro.
That's a pro. That's
Pro.
It's
that makes sense.
It's a telltale
100%,
sign.
yeah.
It's 100%.
If you have a fingerprint match, it's
But-
this is yours.
But you can get rid of your fingerprints.
I don't think we need to be concerned with that.
There are people who do get rid of
There,
their
Yeah, but
there
then-
are.
don't use pineapple juice.
Dude, there.
What?
There are a
What are you
bunch of
talking?
ways.
Okay.
You can like burn your fingerprints off.
You can.
Yeah,
do-
I
do
know
a
you
few
can
You can
burn-
also like cut them off.
Look. We're worried about people that have fingerprints.
Yeah.
If someone has burned their fingerprints off for that specific purpose, I think we have bigger things to worry about. Okay. So this works for everyone whose fingerprints have been put in a database and who hasn't burned them off.
Who has fingerprints?
Who has
Could have
fingerprints.
cut them off, or use pineapple.
We've been over this, Ben.
Okay.
Okay, we're past this. Okay. So, prints. How effective are they?
Extremely.
100%.
100%? Extremely?
You
You'd be
have-
willing to bet a case on maybe just a print like
Whoa!
what?
If there's fingerprints that match to someone, and you know that they're the only person that
Yeah.
could have been the perpetrator, it's 100%.
What about
done
the
deal.
bloody fingerprint case on the girl's dead body? That was a very
If the fingerprint is in
Inter-
blood, that means that person has handled the dead body, which means that they are guilty.
yes, I know, but that fingerprint was extremely hard to extract and extremely hard to analyze because the rhythm or the I guess you
Okay,
could say
but were
the
they going to
rhythms-
find the killer any other way?
It's true. There was a lot of other evidence there, but let's say that's all they had.
That was all they had. They found the body. Like,
So
No,
dude,
they had the
question-
car. They had the witness.
The question
They
is,
had-
can you convict on a fingerprint?
They had so much for
Yes,
that
you
guy.
can.
That guy was going to jail, like no
On
matter what.
only
a
fingerprint.
fingerprint. Let's say okay.
yeah.
Let's make up a case here. Let's just say bloody fingerprint on a body. That's it. The same one used in the case with the white car.
Yes.
The same one. Okay. An extremely
Was
hard to
it-
extract
was it
fingerprint.
overlapping?
It was overlapping
On
with
the
the
tape?
girl's skin.
I thought it was on the tape.
No, it was on her skin. It was like on her thigh.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different.
You're thinking of the one made up on the TED Talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Overlapping with the girl's skin and the ridges in the skin. So,
I remember now.
took you that long?
Yeah. I just
Okay.
remember because they went through the whole process of getting rid of the pattern in the skin.
Yes. We're getting off. All right. Fingerprint over a girl's skin, overlapping. Is that enough? I know
Yes.
they analyzed it and they thought that they got a print, but can
Yes.
you truly
Yes.
can you truly prove?
It's unique to one person. If they match it up,
Yes,
that
I know,
person was definitely
but
there.
how hard is it to extract that print completely? Does it just take a bunch of time and is 100% accurate, or is it one of those things I can only get part of it? It matches.
Yeah, but if
a
you only
handful
have,
of
if you
people,
only
the
have
part that
part
it-
of it, that's not. They won't match a handful of people. It matches one person.
Yeah, I
Everything
know.
is different.
I know.
Everything is different.
I'm just saying, like, let's say, get the side of a finger or something like that. Not a full
You got some-
print.
You got some grooves on the
It's
side of your finger.
it's overlapping. You can't.
It's not a complete print. Then no,
And I
then
feel
you
like,
can't.
Then I feel like that would just narrow down the pool
Yeah.
of people, like how they do normally.
I mean, it's an incomplete print, so then no, it's not. But if you have a complete fingerprint
Okay.
that you can
Yeah.
study,
Yeah.
then yes, it's 100%.
Alright.
That's the person was there. There's no debating that.
Yeah. I think we need to talk about the major con of fingerprints. And
It's too hard.
what?
I couldn't figure out mine.
No, that's not a problem. we have
I
experts
feel like
for
that's
that.
a con.
But they do it. If you're getting
They do it
fingerprinted, they do it.
flawlessly.
They do it for
Yes.
you. They take your finger and they do it. You're not doing it yourself.
Okay. Look, we only have them for criminal databases. Okay? And they're separate databases. The FBI has one for top criminals, and then every state has one for everyone else.
Yeah.
You've searched through hundreds of databases to find what you need, as seen in the Heather Church case. Now, how does that fix? How can we fix that?
I think that problem lays like not within the use of fingerprint forensics, but
it does.
But
I mean,
I'm talking about its
it's
effectiveness.
the problem of the database. It's the problem of the database, though.
Yeah.
But that's not the fingerprint's fault.
Well, yeah, no, I get that.
What is?
I'm just saying, something that we can think about is how to improve that. A connected database, yeah, but is it legal? Like, is it legal to get everyone in the world, everyone in the country's fingerprint, every citizen, every single citizen?
I assume you have to consent to it of some sorts, unless you've been arrested. Then,
but why not? You get like a person's like health information, like their birth stuff. That you get all of that. Why not?
I don't know the legality behind gathering someone's fingerprints, but I assume they could probably find a way to get everyone
because
in
the only
country.
way that
They can't get everyone in the country because there are going to be people who are like, of course,
undocumented.
Yeah, there's completely undocumented people.
Well, like, of course, yeah, but all documented people. If we get that done,
like
then guess what?
Of
you don't have to. Fingerprints only work for second offenders. So you're missing out on that first offense.
Or someone who got fingerprinted for a job and is in some database. You don't have to have been an offender to get.
Have you ever been fingerprinted for a job? You're fingerprinted for your job?
Background check.
Yeah, most background checks you need to get fingerprinted for, and then you're in a database with your fingerprints.
Is it a connected database?
Most likely, yes.
It was. I went to Dover.
Dover.
And I was at like the place. It was pretty cool. A lot of people there. Pretty busy.
Well, that's awesome.
It was pretty easy too, and I didn't I don't remember exactly how good they came out, but
they probably came out a lot better because they did it for you.
I feel like they were pretty good.
Well, yeah, they
do it for you. They know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
mine were pretty good.
So you are in a database.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you touch every day.
They finally got me.
Everything you touch every day has your fingerprints on them.
Okay. But I wonder what % of people are actually have their fingerprints documented. I might look that up right now.
Let's look that up.
It's a Google question.
Because that, yeah.
Guys, keep talking.
What %? Hold on.
How about that Phillies game?
Bro.
Today, the FBI's master criminal fingerprint file contains the records of approximately 47 million individuals, while our civil file represents approximately 30.7 million individuals.
Okay. What is that? Okay, FBI.
From the FBI fingerprint program.
% of the population.
So
of the United States of America.
47 million is the 47 million the same as the 30 points? Like, are people overlapping, or are they separate? 70
criminal, civil.
So 77.7 million, you'd say?
And the population is 330
so million. It's 25% ish.
I mean,
the FBI does maintain a database of 50 million fingerprints from criminals.
That's the FBI though.
Yeah.
What about local databases? Like what are you looking for?
So there's about 70 million
total
fingerprints total.
Yeah, so that's that's like less than 25% of the population of the
so
US.
That's like an issue. Like, that's the thing. People getting jobs like
so what? That's if you say 1 in 4 people
have their fingerprints documented and they're able to be used.
Let's see. I don't know if that's in like the world.
That's the
Yeah,
it's
no,
federal.
we're
It's
thinking about
federally.
the U.S. So like,
It is the Federal
we're not gonna
Bureau
go
of
past that.
Investigation.
Okay.
Just think about the U.S.
I want to make sure you guys aren't generalizing it.
No, we're not. We're not generalizing information today.
Bet.
okay.
Alright.
Now that's the biggest con. 1 out of 4 people, and we determined that it's 100% effective.
If you have a complete print, you're able to match that print, then
Okay.
you can say that that person did it.
What about ceiling prints?
What do you mean?
You frame someone on a case. Mission Impossible.
You frame someone's fingerprints?
Yep. You can do that.
Yeah. That's what.
I mean, at that point,
kidnap Troy,
at that
put his
point,
prints
there's gonna
everywhere.
be, if someone thinks out their crime
Or
that
you
well.
could just wear gloves.
Well, yeah, like no,
Yeah.
like yeah,
You could.
that's a given.
I feel like, why would you not wear gloves when you're committing a crime?
Because people are stupid.
People are stupid.
Like
a
in
lot
the
of people
in the
don't
Heather
purposefully commit crimes.
in the Heather Church case, they think that he was actually wearing gloves, but he had a tough time taking off the screen.
Right. Yeah.
So he took them off just for a second to
And
like
his
get his fingers in it, and his prints got on there.
Yeah.
So think about everything that you touch in a day.
A lot.
A
Like
lot.
of course,
A lot of
of
stuff.
course, the best criminals and like the most efficient criminals won't like deal with that.
Yeah.
But like obviously, people make mistakes. Like again, in the Heather Church case, he only left three prints
That was crazy.
and got caught, even though it was
Everything else was clean.
everything.
Didn't take
Everything.
anything, even though he was there for supposed.
That is actually crazy. That's the only evidence.
Mhm.
That's a well
That
committed
is
crime,
it, bro.
Mhm.
There was no like.
Yeah, but
especially
he
a
got
kidnapping. No struggle.
Yeah.
Well,
No
because she
struggle.
was dead. That was discerned that he was.
Yeah, I
in
know,
the
but
house and
no blood, no nothing, no.
blunt force object.
It was.
Yeah, I know, but still, no. Like when she hit the ground, it didn't wake up
Yeah, that's
the brother or whatever.
perfect storm. Bury her body, and then he.
Yeah,
got
you
caught.
can't say perfect storm.
But the thing is, he was also experienced. Apparently,
He was experienced.
he was a he was a serial killer.
He's been
so-
around.
That was crazy. I think that was the craziest.
Yeah,
part
the
of
fact that they caught him because of that one case,
and it was like what 48?
and they didn't catch him about like for anything else before. He was just
There was just a bunch of women who had gone missing in Colorado.
yeah.
People.
That
There
is
was nothing like
crazy.
actively searching for though.
It
you
is.
know?
It is pretty crazy.
Let me look up Colorado killer.
And on the other hand, we have
It's
a
like
much
it's like
messier.
Heather Church's killer.
We have a much
No,
messier
it's
serial
not
killer.
that. That's that. Have you seen the thing about that? You should watch that.
I will.
The interesting thing in the case with the white car, you can see the two polar opposites: a well committed
Robert
crime
Brown.
and a
Yeah, look
completely
at Robert
sloppy, like just awful crime. He left everything there. He let people get away that he tried to attack, and yeah,
Jesus.
he got
According to this map, Robert Brown has killed. Is Heather Church's killer.
mhm.
He killed 17 people in his native Louisiana, 9 in Colorado, 7 in Texas, 5 in Arkansas, 3 in Mississippi, 2 each in California,
All right. I'm
New
calculating
Mexico,
that. I'm seeing
and
everything.
Oklahoma, and a single victim in Washington State.
He's really been around.
He was trying to go for like
All right,
all
9, 17, 7, 5, 3, 2, 2,
2 and
2.
then 1.
and 1.
Yeah, 48.
48.
48
48
people.
victims.
That is crazy.
48 people, and he got caught by 3 prints. Made one
3
mistake, 3 prints.
fingerprints.
Obviously, wasn't smart enough.
Well, he's pretty smart to get away with 48 murders.
That is crazy.
Actually, 47.
He couldn't get
technically.
away with the 48th.
He could not. Was that even his last one? Because
Imagine,
he was. It took them a while to catch him.
Imagine people who haven't gotten caught.
It
Serial
did.
killers.
He was free for what? How long?
He
it?
was free for a while, and they didn't really. They only connected.
That's
it
the
after They,
power.
caught him.
Three fingerprints.
They only
Bam,
they only
got him.
connected all of these murders to him after he was caught.
Well,
So
because he admitted to it.
yeah, he was good.
That was crazy, bro.
He was good. That's
Well,
wild.
like how else? Like
Yeah, no, I get it.
I mean,
it's just
He was.
There are stupid criminals, and then there are criminals
like
who
the guy with the white car.
yeah, and there are criminals who do a good job with it. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's also crazy. Not even a fingerprint, but the tire print.
Mm.
The fact that I was that
think
well
about
embedded.
people who pull off heists. That's good. That's really cool.
Like I always saw him called the Zodiac Killer.
It was who's that guy's name? There's that one creepy guy with the trailer park van who did it.
What?
Watch a documentary.
About what?
The Zodiac Killer. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
It was on Netflix.
The
at
Zodiac
some point.
Killer was never caught.
Yeah, but
Alright,
There are
alright.
people-
This has nothing to do with Prince. I think
it has everything to do with
This
Prince.
has nothing to do with Prince.
Shoot.
Alright. The other interesting thing is the fact that you leave your prints on everything, but some like spots and like places are hard to leave your prints on. So that's the thing with bodies is like as they're decomposing, like the prints are just not going to be effective. Like that's why
Yeah.
you never find print. Like the only reason they found prints on the body on the white car case is because it was so early. It was literally the next morning, like 6 hours. And it was still
We
there.
need to find a way to get fingerprints on Claw.
I don't think it's like finding a way to do that. It's just a print was left there, so you need like ridiculous technology to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, the interesting thing with a TED Talk, the fact that they're now finding what substances and what molecules are on the person's fingers is ridiculous.
That was really
That's-
cool.
that's
and they
really
used,
cool.
like the different what was
Forensic
it?
technology nowadays.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
that's-
very, very,
The
very
fact that they
good.
could find the condom lubricant from the specific brand that the guy had, and like the drugs or whatever what that was on his thing, a drug that or a thing that was formed in this guy's body when he like when you intake alcohol and cocaine at the same time, something like that, and
That's
all of that
crazy.
from a fingerprint. Just they find traces and traces of stuff based on the molecular mass.
Well, because it's all in like your glands and stuff.
Your,
and
your,
then,
the oils that you exert is
Yeah.
just based off what you
that's
intake.
crazy. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you could get someone's whole story based on like the oils that they secrete.
It's an interesting way to
I mean,
say it.
That
is that only in fingerprints or is that
It's
other
on
touch?
it's on everything. Your sweat, and anything.
Well, forensically,
I mean,
could I touch something with my elbow and get stuff on it that could possibly lead to a case? You know,
I don't know. It depends. Your elbow isn't typically oily as opposed to
Your-
your hand.
your hand-
well,
are
like
usually pretty
anything
oily,
but your
yeah.
fingerprints. Think of it that way.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you have what hair, nails, spit, pee. You have a bunch of different ways. Bunch of different DNA ways to track
Yeah,
people
true.
down.
True.
does your
I
sweat
mean, the
contain
most
your
commonly
DNA?
is obviously. What?
Let's see.
That's a
I
Google
feel-
question.
I feel like at least
What's
to
a Google
certain
question?
point.
Does your sweat contain your DNA?
I feel like yes, to at least a certain extent.
All right, Troy the Google man.
The only way that human sweat would contain DNA is if it contains cells, such as skin cells that have been sloughed off with the sweat itself. So
Okay.
no,
Possibly,
Not specifically.
not,
so.
but not,
but
but
like-
not specifically sweat. Yeah, no.
dead skin cells.
Yeah.
Wow, that's another one.
But you do leave skin cells everywhere.
yeah.
I'm gonna look up if you can use bodily fluids and like other bodily like forms of touch, like for
I mean, bodily fluids, yes.
urine.
For like you like urine test people, you find out what like stuff
Well,
is in their
yeah.
system.
What stuff? Like, can you like
DNA.
obviously like
I don't-
fingerprints are the only thing that
No,
you
no,
can
no.
identify a singular person.
I don't think you could DNA
No.
pee.
No,
It's
but
just-
but like what I mean is like you can see like what's in it, like what it contains.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You can analyze it to a certain level.
Analyzing.
But I don't know, like I don't think anything is going to be as accurate as a fingerprint. But it
Yeah.
will give you part
It's
of
the
the
only
story.
thing that's unique, other than DNA. It's the only thing that's unique to one person. Like, I
I
think.
mean, yeah.
But of course, so DNA is harder to find than fingerprints are.
yeah.
So, but I mean,
Well,
they're both,
Dumb.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the kind of
you know.
case, but you know, like obviously fingerprints are left more often because you're using your fingers like no matter what, unless let's say the suspect's wearing gloves or something like that, something to conceal them, like they're gonna be left like anywhere but fabric and other specific materials.
Yeah.
And the fact that it can even find them on skin is kind of crazy. At least if the body's alive. And
No, that is really crazy. Like how they do that. Because, like, I've noticed the different, like, patterns in my skin before.
You do have a bunch of grooves.
I
Like,
think
It's really
everyone
crazy.
does.
Like, if you actually, yes, if you look in
what
there,
about like your like your palm print? Is that
like,
unique?
bro,
Okay. What kind of fingerprints do you guys have?
I have whorls.
I think I have loops.
I
I
have
have like a perfect loop. It like doesn't deviate at all. It's
I
just
have
a circle,
loops and arches.
a little loops and arches.
Yes.
This
I wonder,
one,
like, because
that
you
doesn't
have
look like a whorl. But
you
the
have
rest
like
do.
ridges and stuff on your palm.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. What
and
is
they're
that? What does
different
that
for every
say?
person. I mean, you don't really
I
leave that
don't know.
places though.
I mean,
you touch
maybe-
things
Yeah,
with
but
your fingers.
is that like the same case?
I
as,
feel
like,
like it is
fingers?
the same case. Yeah.
The interesting thing with fingerprints too is the little intricacies in the actual fingerprint itself, like the islands, the
Yeah.
forks. Like
It's really
the
cool.
technology
and
that you
that
need,
being on
yeah.
our body, those patterns, it's really cool.
Another thing that I've wondered about is like the creases in your hands.
they
like-
just, it's just skin creasing.
Yeah.
I don't think that has.
Yeah, but
anything-
is that like different for everyone?
I mean,
It's unique.
yeah, it's,
Yeah.
It's similar to fingerprints. I mean,
Yeah.
you see in movies when bad guys have to log
Yeah,
in the
it's
thing, they use the
crazy, dude.
handprint instead of just the
Yeah.
fingerprint.
Stuff's wild.
It is.
I mean, maybe
Because, like, bro, your body, like, was not originally like that. Over time, you have folded your hand and crunched it so many times the same way that...
So what about fingerprint readers on computers?
like you use them.
Computers, iPhones until the iPhone 10.
Oh, dude, I'm hyped for what we're doing next, the blood pricking and stuff.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Pricking my fingers.
Because that'll tell you,
Yeah.
like, a bunch of stuff.
I will, though. I don't know my blood type.
I have to figure mine out.
But like, so was that stored in a database when you? So if you an iPhone a while ago, if you open that with your fingerprint, if you have that stored in there, where is that information stored about your fingerprints? Same thing with your Face ID. No,
FBI.
interesting.
Next episode.
Food for thought. So next episode,
Next episode is blood testing.
maybe, possibly blood testing.
Cue
Blood
smoke on the water.